I'll tell you that even in the civilized world, because all of the examples that I gave you, you will say those are examples from the dark continent. But in this space, that is the civilized world, quote unquote, gender equality has not happened yet. And how do I know it as an African woman coming back and forth to the US? Every conversation around reproductive health and rights nationally is influenced by men. They are the center of the conversation. On national TV, when women's issues are being discussed, it's the men, quote-unquote scholars, who are discussing those issues. If you go to places like the UN, and they're having conversations about mediation, the role of women, the panel is all men. In your country, this country, and other parts of the world, equal pay has not been seen yet. In this place and other parts of the world, domestic violence is not a national issue. It's still a community issue, a private issue, and if I must take it a little bit further, even in our religious institutions, we still have yet to see them talk about equality or act equality in a way that is effective and important for the change that we're hoping to see to happen. You know, we often say when the Bible's description of the creation story for those who go to church is God taking the woman from the side, not the head or the feet, you know, so that she's not lorded over or she's not kicked every now and then. But so when you talk about gender equality, the whole conversation around equality is still something that is present. It is now, it is here, because we have not achieved equality. What we have been able to do is to continue to dream about the ideal world when we have equality. But we haven't seen equality yet. We may not see equality. We have government policies that are pointing towards it, well and good. And most times the problem is that we depend and rely too much on politicians for the implementation of these policies. Over the last few years, since I have been involved in activism, there's no way you can be an activist without being politically conscious. What I've seen year in and year out is how politicians come out and they've mastered the language of women's rights activists, whatever name you call yourself, or feminists, so they use it as a driver for their political platform. We will give you this, we'll do this, we'll make sure this happens, we'll do that, and we're chanting, and we're so excited about this politician that is coming to bring the change or deliver equality for us. And then they win elections, and their first speech is how difficult it is to implement the gender equality agenda. And that is simply put in our own way. When I was growing up, a minister of government said, the politicians come and they appeal to the masses. And when they win, they take out the M. You do that spelling. So that's what women have become. We are the masses. They appeal to our conscience. They speak our language. They do everything they want us to do. And then once they win, they give all of their excuses, and we're no longer the masses. We are the masses minus the M.